Close your eyes for a moment and step into the world of your imagination. Forget what your senses tell you. Forget the circumstances, the doubts, the fears. For in this moment you are the creator, and nothing exists but the reality you assume to be true. If you wish to manifest anything, you must first claim it within, not as a distant hope, not as something you desire, but as something that is already yours. Feel it, see it, touch it with your mind's eye. If you long for success, step into the version of you who already possesses it. If you seek love, become the one who is already cherished. If you desire wealth, live in the awareness of abundance. The world outside is only a mirror, reflecting what you hold as true within. To manifest anything, you must first assume it is already yours. This is not wishful thinking. It is not about hoping or pleading. It is about knowing with certainty that what you desire is already a present reality in your world. The greatest secret to creation is not effort, but assumption. The world outside is only a reflection of the world within, and if you hold something as true internally, the external must eventually conform. Most people live in a state of wanting. They see their desires as something far away, something to be chased, something that exists outside of them. But desire, when left unfulfilled in the mind, only reinforces its absence. When you say, "I want this," what you are really declaring is, "I do not have this." And the world will mirror that absence back to you. The key is to shift from wanting to possessing, to move from longing to being, to assume with absolute conviction that what you seek is already yours. Close your eyes and step into the version of you that already has what you desire. If it is success, see yourself as already successful. Feel the confidence, hear the congratulations, sense the satisfaction that comes with knowing you have made it. If it is love, embody the feeling of being deeply cherished. Walk as though you are already loved, already valued. Let that feeling take root in your being. If it is wealth, dwell in the consciousness of abundance. Stop looking at your bank account as it is now and start seeing yourself as someone who already lives in prosperity. There is no power in wanting. There is only power in assumption. When you assume something is true, you shift your entire state of being. Your thoughts, words, and actions begin to align with the reality you have claimed. You no longer act like someone who is waiting for a change. You move as someone who knows it has already happened. And in this shift, the world around you must adjust. Doubt is the enemy of assumption. The moment you question whether it is possible, whether it will happen, whether you are deserving, you undo the work. Assumption requires unwavering faith. It requires stepping into the unknown with full confidence that what you claim within will soon become visible without. You do not need to know how it will unfold. You do not need to force anything to happen. Your only task is to remain firm in the knowing that it is already yours. Think of the way a child plays make-believe. They do not question if their fantasy is real. They step into it fully. They do not analyze or resist. They simply assume. And in their world, it becomes real. This is the key. You must play the role of the person who already has what they seek, and you must do so with complete conviction. The mind does not distinguish between what is imagined and what is real. It only follows the assumptions you feed it. Throughout your day, watch your thoughts. Are they reinforcing what you want, or are they keeping you stuck in the old reality? Every time you catch yourself thinking from a place of lack, shift immediately into the state of having. Do not allow old beliefs to creep in and take hold. Train your mind to dwell in the feeling of already being, already possessing, already having. When you walk through life carrying the assumption that what you desire is already yours, you stop chasing, you stop doubting, you stop waiting, you simply live as if it is done. And when you do this, everything rearranges itself to match that assumption. People, circumstances, and opportunities move in ways you could not have predicted. What once seemed impossible begins to unfold effortlessly. Nothing exists outside of you. Everything begins in the mind. When you truly understand this, you no longer beg the world for change, you command it by the reality you assume within. And once you assume it, it is already yours. The power of imagination is the key to manifestation. It is not a passive tool, but an active force that shapes reality. The world you see around you is nothing more than a reflection of the images held within your mind. Every great achievement, every invention, every work of art, and every life-changing event first existed in someone's imagination before it became visible to the world. To manifest anything, you must first see it clearly within, before it can take form without. Close your eyes and enter the scene of your fulfilled desire. Do not observe it from a distance as though you are watching a movie. Step into it. Become part of the experience. Feel the world around you shift as you immerse yourself fully. If it is wealth you seek, see yourself in the surroundings of abundance. Run your fingers over the fine details of luxury. Hear the sounds of success. If love is what you desire, feel the warmth of companionship. Imagine the touch, the presence, the joy of already having what your heart longs for. This is not mere daydreaming. This is not a fantasy to entertain the mind. This is reality in its most powerful form, because the mind does not differentiate between what is real and what is imagined. The emotions you feel in this state become imprinted in your subconscious, and your subconscious then moves everything necessary to bring this assumption into physical existence. You do not need to know how it will happen. The process is not yours to figure out. Your only responsibility is to imagine it so vividly that it becomes real to you in this moment. The more senses you engage in your imagination, the stronger its impact. See the details of your new reality. Hear the sounds associated with it. Smell the air. Touch the surfaces. Feel the emotions that would naturally arise if it were true. The deeper you go into this imagined state, the faster it manifests in your external world. This is why those who can vividly imagine their success often achieve it effortlessly, while those who only wish and hope remain stuck. They are living in the feeling of already having it, while others are trapped in the feeling of lack. Imagination must be controlled. Many people allow their minds to wander into fear, doubt, and limitation, unknowingly creating obstacles for themselves. They imagine failure, rejection, and disappointment, and because they assume these outcomes as real, they experience them. The mind is always creating, whether consciously or unconsciously. Every thought you dwell upon is an instruction to the subconscious. If you do not deliberately guide your imagination toward what you desire, it will be shaped by worry, insecurity, and the limitations imposed by past experiences. Every night before you sleep, enter the world of your wish fulfilled. This is the most powerful time to impress the subconscious, because the mind is in a natural state of receptivity. As you drift into sleep, replay the scene of your desire over and over until it feels as real as waking life. Make it so vivid that when you wake up, you carry the feeling of already having it. This feeling is what transforms your external world. Doubt may try to creep in, but doubt only exists when you believe your imagination is separate from reality. Once you understand that the imagined world is the cause and the physical world is the effect, you will no longer entertain doubt. You will trust the process because you know that what you see within must come to pass. There is no limit to what can be created through imagination. The same mind that can construct fear can also build empires. The same mind that can picture failure can envision success so clearly that it becomes inevitable. The choice is yours. Guide your imagination with intention, and the world will mold itself to match your vision. To manifest anything, you must live in the end. This means assuming the state of your fulfilled desire as if it were already a present fact. Most people approach manifestation from a place of wanting, from a place of lack, constantly reaching for something outside of themselves. But the truth is, you do not move toward your desire, you must come from it. The difference is everything. When you live in the end, you are no longer someone who is waiting for change. You are the person who has already received what they wanted. You do not beg, you do not hope, and you do not chase. You walk, speak, and think from the reality of already being the person who has what they once desired. The outside world may not yet reflect it, but that is irrelevant. The only world that matters is the one within, because the outer world must eventually conform to the state you persist in. If you desire financial abundance, you must stop thinking like someone who lacks money. You must stop reacting to circumstances that tell you otherwise. Instead, you assume the consciousness of wealth. You see yourself as financially secure. You move through life with the quiet confidence of one who knows they are taken care of. If you desire love, you do not dwell in loneliness, wondering when someone will come. You shift into the state of being loved. You feel cherished, valued, and appreciated now. You embody the energy of love, and in doing so, you become a magnet for it. The greatest mistake people make is looking at their current reality and using it as proof that their desire is not yet here. But what you see now is only a reflection of past thoughts, past beliefs, past assumptions. If you judge your manifestation by what is visible, you are allowing the old to dictate the new. You must hold firm to the unseen, to the reality within, knowing that the physical world will eventually catch up. The law is simple. Whatever state you occupy in your mind will become your experience in the world. Living in the end is not about pretending or playing make-believe. It is about fully embodying the state of the wish fulfilled. It is about shifting your identity, changing your inner dialogue, and seeing the world through the lens of already having. When you do this, you move differently, you speak differently, you think differently, you carry yourself with certainty. You stop seeking validation. You stop looking for signs because you no longer need them. You know it is done. One of the most powerful ways to reinforce this state is through inner conversations. The mind is always talking, always narrating your life. What are you saying to yourself throughout the day? Are you reinforcing your old reality, or are you speaking from the new? If you desire success, are you mentally rehearsing failure, or are you hearing the voices of others congratulating you on your achievements? Are you arguing with doubts, or are you affirming that everything is working out in your favor? These inner dialogues shape your world. Choose them wisely. Your reactions to life reveal your dominant state. When something unexpected happens, do you react with fear, frustration, or doubt? Or do you remain unmoved, knowing that all things are unfolding perfectly in alignment with your assumption? The person who lives in the end does not waver. They are unshaken by temporary circumstances because they know the truth. What they assume to be real must be made real. They persist in their assumption no matter what appears before them. To shift into the state of the wish fulfilled, practice feeling the emotions of already having it. Every time you think of your desire, feel the joy, relief, and gratitude as if it has already come to pass. Make this your dominant state. Let it become natural to you. At first, it may feel unfamiliar, but as you persist, it will become effortless. And when it becomes effortless, the world must reflect it. It has no choice. This is the secret. You do not get what you want, you get who you are. Become the person who already has it, and it must come to you. It is law. Faith is the bridge between the unseen and the seen. It is the unwavering conviction that what you have imagined, what you have assumed to be true, must materialize in your world. Faith is not hoping, nor is it wishing. It is knowing. It is the complete acceptance that your desire is already a fact, even when there is no physical evidence to support it. The moment you entertain doubt, the moment you question whether it will happen, you step out of faith and into uncertainty. And uncertainty delays manifestation. The world outside is only a reflection of your inner world. If you allow circumstances to dictate what you believe, you are giving your power away. If you look at your bank account and feel lack, if you look at your empty home and feel loneliness, if you look at your current position and feel unworthy, you are reinforcing a state of being that will continue to reflect in your life. Faith requires that you ignore what your physical senses tell you and instead trust in the unseen reality that exists within you. This is the hardest thing for most people to grasp. They want proof before they believe. They want signs before they trust. But manifestation does not work this way. You must first believe it to be true, and then the evidence will appear. The external world is always the effect, never the cause. You do not wait for circumstances to change before you feel differently. You feel differently first, and the circumstances must change to match that feeling. Faith is persistence. It is refusing to waver no matter what happens around you. When you plant a seed in the ground, you do not dig it up every day to check if it is growing. You trust the process. You water it, you nurture it, and you wait patiently, knowing that growth is happening beneath the surface. Manifestation works the same way. The moment you assume your desire is already yours, it is set into motion. But if you constantly check for results, if you question whether it is working, you disrupt the process. Doubt is the killer of manifestation. The moment you entertain thoughts of what if it doesn't happen, or maybe this isn't working, you are affirming the absence of your desire. And because the universe mirrors your dominant state, it will give you more of that absence. Faith requires that you remain steadfast in your assumption, even in the face of contrary evidence. You must hold on to your inner knowing, no matter how much the outer world tries to convince you otherwise. Many people struggle with faith because they believe they must force things to happen. They think manifestation requires effort, struggle, and control. But true faith is the opposite. It is letting go. It is trusting that once you have assumed something as true, the universe will orchestrate everything necessary to bring it into being. You do not need to know how, you do not need to figure out the details. Your only job is to persist in the belief that it is done. When you truly have faith, you feel at peace. There is no anxiety, no impatience, no desperation. You do not worry about when or how it will happen because you know it is already yours. This is why those who have unwavering faith often seem detached from their desires. They do not obsess over them. They do not constantly seek reassurance. They live in a state of calm confidence, knowing that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Your ability to manifest depends entirely on the strength of your faith. If you can assume a reality within yourself and hold firm to that assumption without doubting, without questioning, without needing external proof, then the world must reflect it back to you. It is not a matter of if, it is only a matter of when. Faith is the key that unlocks all doors. It is the foundation upon which all manifestations rest. And once you master it, there is nothing you cannot create. Detachment is not about giving up on your desires. It is about releasing the need, the obsession, and the desperate attachment to outcomes. Many people misunderstand detachment, believing it means losing interest in what they want. But true detachment is the highest form of trust. It is the knowing that once you have set an intention, it is already done, and you no longer need to worry about when or how it will happen. It is the absence of fear, the release of doubt, and the complete surrender to the natural flow of manifestation. When you desire something too intensely, when you feel the need for it to manifest immediately, you are actually affirming its absence. The feeling of desperation, impatience, or frustration sends a signal to the universe that you do not yet have what you want. And because the universe responds to your dominant state, it continues to reflect back that sense of lack. Detachment, on the other hand, places you in a state of having. It communicates to the universe that you already possess your desire, and as a result, it is drawn to you effortlessly. Imagine placing an order at a restaurant. Once you have told the waiter what you want, you do not sit there anxiously, wondering if they will bring your food. You do not keep asking whether your meal is being prepared. You relax, enjoy the moment, and trust that it is on its way. This is the attitude you must adopt with manifestation. Once you have set your intention, once you have imagined your desire as already fulfilled, you must let go of any need to control the outcome. You trust that it is unfolding perfectly. Attachment creates resistance. When you hold on too tightly to a desire, when you constantly check for results, when you keep questioning whether it is working, you are sending out the vibration of doubt. You are energetically blocking what you seek. The more you grasp at something, the more it eludes you. But when you release, when you let go of the need, the outcome comes effortlessly. This is why people often manifest what they truly want only after they stop obsessing over it. When they finally move on, when they stop caring so much, when they shift their focus to something else, their desire appears as if by magic. Detachment is not about indifference, it is about confidence. It is about being so certain of your manifestation that you no longer need to question it. You no longer look for signs. You no longer doubt whether it is happening. You simply know that it is already yours. And because you know, you are free. You live your life with ease, enjoying the present moment instead of anxiously waiting for the future to change. One of the most powerful ways to practice detachment is to focus on the feeling of already having what you desire, rather than on the desire itself. When you focus on the external outcome, you create separation between yourself and what you want. But when you focus on the feeling of being wealthy, loved, successful, or healthy, you align yourself with the reality in which your desire is already fulfilled. And once you align with it internally, it must manifest externally. The universe operates on flow, not force. The things you attract into your life come when you are in a state of ease, not struggle. This is why those who approach life with a relaxed, trusting attitude seem to receive everything effortlessly, while those who obsess, stress, and force things into being often face endless delays. The more you push, the more resistance you create. The more you allow, the more easily things fall into place. To master detachment, live as if your manifestation is already done. Move through your day with confidence. Act as though everything is unfolding exactly as you intended. Shift your focus away from what is missing and toward gratitude for what is already here. When you do this, you step into the energy of fulfillment, and fulfillment must be reflected back to you. The key is to trust. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Trust that the universe is always responding to your inner state. The moment you stop needing something to happen, the moment you release the fear of not having it, is the moment it flows effortlessly into your life. Detachment is not a loss of desire. It is the full embodiment of faith. It is the understanding that what is truly yours can never be withheld, and that once you have claimed something in your mind, it is already done. Persistence is the force that turns imagination into reality. It is the unwavering commitment to hold on to your vision regardless of what the physical world shows you. Most people give up too soon. They imagine their desire, they affirm it, they feel it, but the moment they don't see immediate results, doubt creeps in. They start questioning whether it is working, whether they are doing something wrong, whether manifestation is even real. And the moment they question, they undo the work they have already done. Manifestation is not about doing something once and expecting instant results. It is about repetition, about reinforcing the assumption until it becomes an unshakable belief. The conscious mind may try to reject the new idea because it does not yet see it reflected in the outer world, but persistence trains the subconscious to accept it as truth. And once the subconscious accepts it, reality must conform. The world outside is a mirror of what is impressed upon the mind. Every great achievement, every major transformation, every fulfilled dream has been the result of persistence. Those who have mastered manifestation are not those who never faced doubt, obstacles, or challenges. They are the ones who refuse to let those challenges break their inner conviction. They persisted in their assumption, in their belief, in their inner vision, even when there was no sign of progress. They understood that reality is always shifting in response to their dominant state, even if they cannot yet see it. Most people allow circumstances to dictate their faith. If things appear to be going well, they feel confident. If there is a delay or obstacle, they begin to doubt. But manifestation requires that you remain faithful to your vision no matter what. If you are manifesting abundance but your bank account shows lack, you do not react in fear. You persist in the assumption that wealth is already yours. If you are manifesting love but see no movement, you do not question. You persist in the feeling of being deeply loved. The moment you entertain the opposite of what you want, you plant the seed of failure. Your mind cannot hold two opposing beliefs at once. You are either in the state of having or in the state of lacking. You must decide which reality you will persist in, and then hold firm to it. If you constantly shift between belief and doubt, faith and fear, you are like a person digging up a seed every day to check if it is growing. You disrupt the process, you delay the manifestation. Persistence does not mean struggle. It does not mean forcing things to happen. It is not about effort in the external world. It is about keeping your mind locked onto your desired reality, refusing to be swayed by appearances, refusing to entertain any thought that contradicts your vision. When you persist in an assumption long enough, it hardens into fact. It must. This is the law. Think of water dripping onto stone. A single drop does nothing. A few drops seem insignificant, but over time, the stone erodes, reshaped by the persistent force of water. And this is how manifestation works. Every thought, every assumption, every feeling impresses upon the subconscious. One thought alone may seem small, but when you persistently hold a vision, when you return to it again and again with conviction, reality must bend to accommodate it. Those who fail to manifest what they want are not lacking in ability, they are lacking in persistence. They allow the outer world to dictate their inner world, instead of the other way around. But those who succeed understand that reality is fluid, not fixed. They know that their assumptions shape their future. They persist in what they know to be true within, and eventually the world outside catches up. The key is to persist with absolute certainty, not with frustration, not with impatience, but with quiet confidence. To persist is to know that once you have claimed something in imagination, it is already done. You do not need to fight for it. You do not need to chase it. You simply hold firm in the knowing that it is yours, and reality will rearrange itself to make it so. Most people will give up just before their manifestation appears. They will declare it isn't working, that nothing is changing, unaware that they were moments away from their breakthrough. But those who persist, those who refuse to accept anything less than their vision, those who continue to dwell in the reality of their desire no matter what, these are the ones who manifest miracles.